Meryl here, welcome to my channel about paper crafting, and it's day 9 of the 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. I'll have the Facebook group linked below. It's not too late to join in. You can do all the 30 days or you can do whatever sketches any day that you like. I'm trying to do all 30 or 31 because there's 31 days in October. I'm falling a little bit behind, but I'm trying to keep up with it. So day 9, I'm only 1 day behind. Today's the 10th. No, today's the 11th. 2 days behind. Alright, need to get some scrapping done. Alright, so this is the sketch. Janessa Franco designed this sketch and it's really pretty. I love it. Really different, really nice. So the photos I'm using are landscape photos. On her sketch she has she has 4 little photos. I have 2 landscape photos. A lot of the photos I'm using for these 30 days of sketches are already printed, sitting in a box. I had them printed for years, so I'm not going to go in and reprint them. I'm just going to use what they are, use how they are. And when I printed them years ago, that's all I mainly printed, 4 by 6 photos. So that's the size on most of the photos I'm using. So they're the 2 photos. That is my late father-in-law and late mother-in-law. And then this is my mother-in-law's sister and her husband. They're all passed now, but they were really close. They only lived a few streets from each other, and they would get together and have card games and things like that. So they were quite close, and they all died actually within, it was like 2 years. The 4 of them were gone in a 2-year span. It was amazing. Like, it wasn't great, but it was phenomenal how 1, 2, 3, 4, and they just went. So anyway, the title I've got is Thinking of You because I think of them often. It's been quite a few years now, but they're never far from our mind, and we'll always talk about things with them because my kids were only little and they don't remember them much. So we try and talk about them quite often so that they have some sort of knowledge of them because they are part of them. Anyway, so what I've got to go with it, I'm working on the orange type theme. So the papers I'm using, I'll get to them first before I do them, get ahead of myself. Stella and Rose. Now I'm pretty sure this is a My Mind's Eye paper from 2011. So I'm using this floral paper. I've had this floral paper in my stash for a while. Absolutely love it. And I haven't wanted to use it because I think it's too pretty to use. But I'm now at the stage where, why did I buy it if I'm not going to use it? Just use it. So that's what I'm doing. And then the background one that I've got at the back here is Stella and Rose again. Same suite. So 2011. So the sketch has a backing. So it's got this paper at the back and then a mat. So what I'm going to do is that is going to be my back sheet. Then I'm going to have the cream cardstock as my matting, and then these 2 stripes I'm going to use this for. So I'll just have 2 stripes of them, which means I'll have leftover bonus, so I can use that on another layout. So what I'm doing for embellishments, I have these by Prima. Yeah, they're old. Everything in my stash is old. 2011 maybe. Not actually seeing a date, but that code number there leads me to think maybe they were 2011. And they are Resist Canvas. So I'm going to spray these using this spray, Lindy's Starburst sprays, and this is Wild Honeysuckle Coral. It's like an orangey colour and it's got a bit of metal tones to it. So I'm going to try and spray them and see how they go. Also, I found these hearts I got from a kit. So I really like this heart, or even this heart will go. Same colour. So I'm going to put them. And then just on the heart theme, I've got some gold ones. And then I got these out, but I'm not sure I'm going to use them. I like the Love You and the Good Day little one because the colour in that is appropriate. I'm not sure if they're going to make the page or not. Then I have some orange, pink fresh enamel dots, and then keeping the orange theme, I just picked out a heap of embellishments that had sort of like the orangey tones in it. I don't have much that's orange, so some of these may work, some may not work. I may just end up using the sprayed ones if they work. Then I picked out Jen Hadfield. This had some orangey type of toned flowers. They may not work. They may be too pinkish tone. But I picked out these because there's things like that border that I might be able to, the scallop border I might be able to use. So you just never know. There's some nice butterflies there. There's an orange splosh there, whatever you call it, splot, with some foliage, and then one with gold leaves, which could tie in with the gold hearts. And then These Days by Cocoa Vanilla die cut ephemera. There's like trees and flowers and stuff like that, so maybe them. And then to go with that, because that's These Days range, I've got the puffies and then the clear stickers. So that is what I have to play with. I'm going to work out what I'm putting where. I'm going to have a test to spray or spray the flowers, the resist canvas, and see how that goes. And then I will be back. Hang tight. Okay, so I have mounted the photos ready to go. I've cut the strips of paper and I've cut the cream cardstock down. So now I'm just going to glue everything together, and I've picked out some embellishments, and I'm probably going to, oops, need a new glue to start with, and then fast forward you and make this page, and then come back at the end and I'll have a chat. Actually, one thing I wanted to go through first, if I can get a glue, okay, throw the other one out. It's empty. Right, let me just glue this down, and then I'll have a quick chat about those flowers that I was going to spray. Alright, so I think I took 3/4 of an inch off two sides of this cream cardstock. And then these are I think 3 inches wide, each of these. Yeah, 3 inches. So I just cut 2 strips at 3 inches. In the sketch there's no measurements, so I just eyeballed it and went, yeah, that look about right. Any skinnier and I don't think you'd notice them too much past the embellishments, and any bigger I think they take up too much room. So I'm not even measuring where they are, I'm just sticking them down. That looks about right. And then about there. So they're a little bit more to the right than center, only just this one. So we'll stick this one down as well, with about that much gap, I guess. Looks about right, and lined up with the bottom, so hopefully that means that they are straight. Right, so while that glue is setting, I wanted to talk about these flowers, or these resist canvas and Prima. Well, I wasn't that impressed. Like, it looks good when you just spray them, but then they were too yellow for the paper, so I wanted to add a bit of orange. So I got my Tim Holtz Distress in, I can't remember what colour it was. No idea what colour it was. And went over the top with a sponge dauber, and then you couldn't see the white lines, so I had to rub with a tissue some of the ink off so you could see a bit of the white lines. But they just didn't, I don't know, they're just not that impressive. And I don't think they're adhesive, because I tried to peel the backing off and it sort of just, oh, they might be, wait a minute. And it sort of just made the end spray. So I don't think they are adhesive. I think you need to keep the cardboard backing on them, which is a bit of a shame, really. Because if they were self-adhesive, I think they'd sit nicer and be a little bit more flexible. They're a little bit stiff with the cardboard on the back. This one turned out okay, I guess, but my spray, as you can see, was too light, and that's sort of the colour it came out. And then I had to add a bit of the orange to give it a bit more colour for this paper. So I sprayed that one and then went, that looks nice, but not the right colours for the page. So that will go on my stash for later use. So I don't know, I'm not that impressed with these. I mean, they've been around since 2012. I don't know if they're still available. They might suit some people. It just didn't do what I wanted it to do. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm not that great at mixed media. So that's my caveat. I think that's probably... The problem is the user, I think. Alright, so now I'm going to speed you up and I will complete this page. layout finished. So a few things I wanted to mention. You would have just seen me put some gold pearls on a couple of the middle of these flowers. And then I looked and went, oh, that's too many, because I've got the little gold ones around, scattered around. So I thought that was too many there, so I took them off. And the reason I used the gold little pearls instead of the orange enamel dots I was considering using first up is because I had this gold heart on here, so I needed to introduce more gold. So I thought, well, okay, gold finishing touches, the enamel dots, the pearls would be perfect, so that's why I put them on. I really love this Love You wooden button, and I used that and then thought, well, okay, I probably need 2 more now to make a visual triangle. So I put a little love heart here, and then this is just a little bunch of flowers in this little button. When I sprayed these canvas shapes from Prima, I also sprayed the heading because it was white, black on white, and it just was too stark compared to everything else. So I sprayed it with the same spray I used on the flowers, but then it covered up a bit of the black, so I had to go back over the writing with a black felt tip pen. What else did I want to say? There was something else then that came to mind, and now it's gone, poof, out of the head. Oh, and because that was white, I've put these flowers on, and I know they have a white border, but they don't look as stark as this did when it was just all white, because I think it was a lot of white, and I know that has a white background too, but it blends. It's just a little word that I've tucked in there. And I think that's all I wanted to say. So that is my layout for this sketch. So this is day 9 from Janessa Franco. And this is the 30 days of sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. And that is my interpretation on this sketch. So I hope you've liked it. If you have liked this video or liked this page, give me the thumbs up. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe. And if you want to know when my next video comes out, hit that notify bell. And thank you for watching, and have a scrap happy day. Bye bye.